Exasperation is the word of the day. MP Johns is a quick skit, and then we got MP Genius, and they're just exasperated by the non-answers from this witness.
Difficulties. And the
Who's
difficulties
lawyered
around
up?
time, scope, cost. Now, to be fair, and with my 25 years of experience, all major projects in IT have difficulties. It doesn't matter which partner it is. It doesn't matter if it's outsourced or insourced. So the difficulties.
So why are they all not in the penalty box? Why is everybody else not in the penalty box? Why was Deloitte specifically in the penalty box?
For the question, again, I don't remember using the word penalty box. We were working with them. Strategies was on letterhead when the bottler demo was presented to us.
Okay. Sir, I think everyone on this committee would be familiar with the phrase, make it look like an accident. And that's starting to seem to be what this is sounding like. Nobody is going to admit, apparently, to choosing GC strategies, but all kinds of factors were lined up in such a way that made it seem like it was the only choice. You were at the center of this choice, apparently. You say that you chose between the fully outsourced option, which you knew was from Deloitte, and the staff augmented option, which you say at the time you didn't know who it was coming from. Who brought this choice to you initially? How was it presented to you? This technical choice you tell us about.
Materials here. They're essentially a bunch of emails that says, one is we're going to a Deloitte. There's a deck that is presumably from Deloitte with mock-ups and screens. There's a different deck that says this is the in-source option. The material is here. That second option that I talk about, there's no mention of GC strategies anywhere.
Okay, so you were presented with two options. One had Deloitte. One was presented as an in-source option, but it didn't have the name of the company involved. That's really weird, right? Did you think it was weird at the time? Did you say, hey, how come there's no mention of the company or companies involved?
Thank you for the question. These options were developed over 48 hours. There's a very real possibility that at that time, things were moving so quickly, nobody even knew what company would be required or type of staff augmentation. There are many companies out there that do this type of work. So the first is, let's land on a technical direction.
Okay, but you were presented with a fairly detailed deck explaining an in-source option, right?
Thank you for the question. The deck was not fairly detailed. It was developed in 48 hours. It was mostly mock-ups and screens of what the first version that cost $80,000 could potentially look like. You cannot do a fairly detailed deck in 48 hours.
But it had the mock-ups. It had the precise cost in it, and there was a company that was behind it, but that company wasn't presented in the deck. That's what happened, right?
Thank you for the question. There was no precise cost in this. As I said, it was developed in 48 hours. It is basically saying, in what direction do we want to go? Here are early screens of what replacing a paper form can look like. And at that time, I don't believe anybody had an idea.
But you were presented with...
That is our time, I'm afraid, Mr.
All right,
Genuis.
will this
Mr.
be in
Sousa,
the
go ahead,
evening
please.
news? Who knows? But definitely the Conservatives are exasperated with the NDP, and there's definitely more to follow on this. Have a good day. Like, subscribe.